This is an overview of how Perusall, the online interactive platform that we'll be using for this course, works with an example of one of our assignments. Once you click on the initial link to Perusall from Folio, you'll register for an account if you don't already have one, and then be automatically added to the course and start seeing assignments. Okay, so this is one of my previous sections of this same course, so the assignment should look familiar. And the first one is called The Environment and People and AI, oh my. Okay. With each of these, you'll see the general instructions for the assignment here on the main page, as well as things like due dates, etc. Okay. Once you open the assignment, it's going to look fairly similar to what you see here on my version, okay, where you have highlighted sections in the text, and when you go to them, you'll see different comments that you can interact with, and you can add comments of your own. Okay. On this side here, you can always go to the assignments tab itself to view all of your assignments in the course that are available, to see, for example, if you have 2 assignments that are due that you're working on, you can go to them here. Okay. All right, so we're going to go back into this first assignment. And you'll see it says here at the top, part 1 of 2. Okay, so there are 2 pages on this particular assignment. And the way these assignments are set up, I call them my epic environmental engagement assignments, and they're designed for you to participate before and after you read the lecture material. Okay, so the first page is often general questions and concepts and terms that I want you to be thinking about as you go through that particular module. Okay, and then the second page is deeper issues, so thinking about how the concepts relate to one another, thinking about the impacts, different aspects of the content that you've now should have learned, and be able to think about and discuss with your classmates in a reasonable fashion. Okay. These are not particularly high stakes assignments. The goal is for you to engage with your peers about these concepts just like you do in everyday life. Okay, these are real issues, real concepts that you're voting on and encountering every day. Okay. How the assignment itself works is I've seeded it with some initial comments to kind of guide you through how to interact with the information, but you can in many cases just ignore that if you want, and highlight things and add your own comments. Okay, so here I can highlight this one that isn't highlighted by anyone in this section of the course and add my own comment. Okay. There are lots of options, very social media-esque, for adding GIFs and photos and lists and links, etc., and emojis to your heart's content, as long as it's focused on the topic. Okay. If you're responding to someone else's comment, you can also upvote and add and continue threads like this. For example, if you highlight part of another person's comment, you'll also get this quote this in my reply option, okay, as well as just replying to the ongoing thread. Okay, so you can see, ironically, my old song reference got a lot of laughs and attention, and I always post some sort of song with each assignment to just give you something. On a more serious note, you do also often see these types of questions where I require you to respond before your peers respond. Okay, so this is intended to have you put down your own thoughts in kind of a think, pair, share method like you might have used in the classroom, where you're given time to put down your own thoughts, and then you can see and communicate with your peers and their perspectives. So there are a lot of similar questions on these that are designed the same way. Okay. Here's an example that I have on, I think, every one of these assignments is here at the end, a reflection, where obviously it's valuable for you to take a moment and write your own reflection before viewing those of your peers. Okay, so as you can see in this note, there are ways to post an anonymous comment as well. I can always see who has made the comment, and you always get the graded score or credit for it in the assignment, but sometimes it's not a thought that you want your peers to know who said it. For whatever reason. It's an option on here. All right, one question that I often get about these assignments is more of a technical question about how to score well. Okay, so the way I have all of these assignments set up in Perusall is that you are automatically getting a score and being able to see that score as you go. So here's an example from one of these assignments and I have the student's identifying information marked out, but this is a student that scored 8 out of 10 on this assignment, and you can see that they're given an exact scorecard for how they're being graded on the assignment and what their score is. So in this case, we can see that they made plenty of comments. They have 8 comments with, over 400 words, which is great. Those are nice long comments. They're clearly putting thought into it and engaging with their peers. But the way that this assignment was set up, they didn't really access the assignment for very long or very many times, so they have very few of those points awarded, and they weren't directly interacting with their peers' comments. So I'll show you an example of how this rubric currently looks as well, and you can see your own score as we go in Perusall too. To see an example of an actual comment in line from that student, you can see this was a fairly long comment here in response to this longer thread about recycling. Okay, so that was an example from a previous course. This is the current rubric that's active for this course, and you can see that the majority of your score comes from posting comments, okay? That includes comments that are responses as well as fresh comments that are your own, okay? At least opening the assignment up twice is part of the score as well, since it's designed to be a before and after lecture assignment, so you won't get full credit for that unless you at least come into the assignment twice. Going through the entire assignment is 20% of the score as well, and there is a score for the actual amount of time that you engage with the assignment. You're also given additional credit for getting responses to comments, upvoting your peers' comments as well. Okay? There are no quizzes in these assignments, so that is marked as 0%. Okay? One thing I'll draw attention to is actually highlighted here in green. This scoring adds up to more than 100%, so students have multiple ways to earn full credit. Okay? Nowhere in here does it say minimum of 10 comments for full credit. Okay, there are multiple ways for you to interact with the content and engage with your peers in order to earn credit. Okay, so it's going to take at least 4 high quality comments to earn full credit for the comment portion of the assignment. But this also means that more than 4 moderate quality comments is also going to earn you a good number of points, and then interacting with your peers can make up the rest of that score. Right, so again, all of your assignments are listed here on the assignments page, and they're linked in folio as well with their due dates and their grades automatically updated. And the overall goal of the assignment is to interact with the content and interact with your peers. This is not a graded on content detail assignment where I'm asking you questions and you're expected to provide a specific answer. Hopefully you enjoy them and enjoy the time with your classmates, especially in this online asynchronous format.